When I'm walking down the street, people are looking at me. What they see is a masterpiece created by the King. I am different by design, and I am fearfully and wonderfully made.
You're listening to Be Inspired, your one-stop shop for inspiration. Visit us online at www.beinspired-online.com. Stay tuned for your inspiring show. Now, here's your host.
When I'm walking down the street.
Welcome, Be Inspired listeners, into the Be Inspired Cafe. I have someone on the line today who has truly inspired me. I would say she's inspired me from afar. I have not had the privilege of meeting her in person, but I've definitely followed her work and what she's doing. So I'm so excited. I know you guys are going to learn so much from her. So welcome with me into the Be Inspired Cafe. She is a mompreneur, and she is Emily Stoik. How are you doing today, Emily?
I'm doing so good. Thank you, Erica.
Oh, I'm excited, so excited to have you, Emily. So for those that are tuning in and they may not have come in contact with you and what you do, could you give us a bit of a background about yourself?
Yeah, absolutely. My husband and I have been working from home and helping other people to learn how to have success from home, as well as getting healthy. Fitness and nutrition are a big part of my life, as well as just being able to help empower other moms to learn how they can get that time freedom from working from home and getting healthy and helping other people to do the same.
Wonderful. Well, I'm all about, of course, with Be Inspired, we have our Inspire Your Body section. So I think it's so important that we, are mindful of our health. So I know that you're very humble, but you and your husband have seen a great amount of success in your business. So could you tell us, I guess, how you've been able really just to balance family life and business? And then could you tell us your experience, your journey in the business, and how you guys were able to reach such a great level of success?
Absolutely. Well, it definitely does take a lot of emphasis on finding that balance. And I think because the whole reason why we're doing it is so that we can have that time freedom with our family, that helps to keep us pretty focused and reminded of, putting our family first, because it can be really easy, especially when you work from home. It can be really easy to want to keep working and running back to your laptop, checking things and checking your emails, your Facebook. But just remembering the whole reason why we're doing it in the first place is so that we can have time together as a husband and wife and having that time with our kids. So I try to be really mindful of not spending too much time working and making sure that I'm still spending really good quality time with my husband and with my kids. We try to have our regular weekly date night, going out for Bible studies, and then taking our kids out at least once a week for some sort of a family date. So as long as you have that sense of balance and stay reminded of the whole reason why you're doing it, that really helps.
Absolutely. I agree with that. And if you guys have the chance, I'll have her picture up. But you will see that both Emily and her husband are they look so young, refreshed. And so I think she's a true testament of how that balance works, because I run into a lot of people that they're entrepreneurs, but they look completely stressed out. They look like, they're hanging on to that last moment of sanity. So I really do admire, that you're able to balance your family life. So, Emily, you have to tell me this. I'm sure there are many people listening, and I know that they had to get really intrigued when you mentioned working from home. But how was that for you? Because I know a lot of people desire to work from home or even own their own business, but they kind of get stuck, stepping out to do it. So how were you able to step out as an entrepreneur and really make that work for you?
Well, my husband has helped me quite a bit with that. He's a natural leader, a natural entrepreneur, and he's really helped to motivate me to kind of step out of my shell. We've been doing this our entire marriage, and a few years ago we started teaching online marketing and business development, and he helped to really encourage me to get out there, put myself out there, and share some of my perspectives, because I know a lot of moms want to hear from the women too. They don't want to just only hear from the men. So I just started to kind of encourage moms that they can do this too. Even when I was pregnant, expecting little babies and busy, sometimes that can be some of our excuses as moms, is that we're busy with our kids. But the cool thing about working from home is that it is so flexible. You can be able to spend 20 minutes here, 20 minutes there. It's not like you're at an office having to have that traditional 9-to-5 job. So that's one of the things that can help you really feel empowered to do this. To do this is that you are at home and you are able to be really super flexible. You don't have to send your kids off to a daycare or anything like that. You get to be the one taking care of your kids and still working on your business. Maybe when your kids are taking a nap or after they've gone to bed at night, it can fit into your schedule instead of vice versa.
Oh my goodness, that's so true, and it's a huge blessing to not have that stress of leaving, your most precious treasure with some random person. So that's definitely a blessing to have. So Emily, my question for you is this. For those that are listening, they want to support what you're doing. They want to get connected with you, and I'm sure they want to learn a lot about what it is, more about what you do and how to continue to practice the principles that you share with us. How would they support you and get in touch with you?
One way to get in touch with me and to follow a lot of what I'm doing is you can find me on my blog, and that's www.ShawnandEmilyStoik.com. Shawn is SHAWN, and then my last name is spelled STOIK. And then the other way is just to find me on Facebook. It would just be facebook.com/Emily.Stoik. And then I have a fitness fan page where I share a lot of my motivation and nutrition tips, and that's facebook.com/energetic, fit, and healthy.
Wonderful. Well, for everyone listening, I will post Emily's links. So definitely go to BeInspired247.org if you missed any of that, so that you can go and support her. And you're definitely going to be supporting yourself, because it's, it's practical. It's practical tips and it's practical things that I know that will bless your life. So thank you again, Emily, so much for being in the Be Inspired Cafe. We were so happy to have you.
Thank you so much for having me, Erica.
You're listening to Be Inspired, your one-stop shop for inspiration. Visit us online at www.beinspired-online.com.
When I'm walking